everybody. Welcome to the VPB. We're really lucky today. We have Principal Marybeth Smith with us today, and she wanted to come on and talk to you guys and tell you a story.
Thanks very much for having me. It is an opportunity for me to come share a little bit of a personal story. And please know, no one knows what current high school students are going through. No one's ever been in the shoes that you're in. But I think as adults, we've all gone through times that were pretty trying. And sometimes we've landed well and sometimes not so well. So I think trying to think back to those times and what got us through, we want to share with you so that maybe you can glom onto a little bit of that and see if any of it resonates for you. I think back to my start in college when I was a high school senior. I was all set to go to school down in California, had it all lined out, and my dad got pretty ill. And it became more and more apparent that year that I needed to be closer to home. So I switched and I ended up at the University of Washington, which was great. It was a fabulous school. I loved being there. But my parents, by the time my freshman year was maybe halfway through, were really unable to be financial supports anymore. And that's not how I thought I was going to do college. And all of a sudden to have to rethink, I'm now doing this on my own. Did everything I could think of to help myself financially. I was in a sorority and I took an office because it discounted our room and board. I was at the University of Washington and they had a work study program. So I did work study, which meant I was working. I was working in the student library. And then I also just went out into the Seattle area and got a job. And I was working at a restaurant, was working insane hours, like till 2:30 in the morning. Closing out the restaurant. And I was able to do that for a couple of years. And the thing that I look back on and think, wrongly in my case, I was really embarrassed that my family was in this situation. Not smart. It was nothing that anybody had done wrong. It was just circumstances. But I didn't want anyone to know. So I was kind of doing everything on my own to keep this on the down low. And finally, during my senior year, my roommate and I had a real heart-to-heart because I think I was just so afraid I couldn't do it any longer. And she was mortified and felt, why hadn't she known? So she made me make some hard phone calls. And it was like to my housing advisor, to my university advisor, my campus advisor, to my family, and to just say, this has gotten so hard, I can't do it any longer. And the thing that happens is, of course, within a couple of weeks, people were coming out of the woodwork to say, well, here's what I can do. And I'd love to help you with this. And please let me do this for you. So I think for me, the lesson in all of that, because it ended, I graduated on time. I didn't have the debt that I was worried about because people were just so incredibly generous. So I think for you, the takeaway in that would be that you can do hard things for a really long time. I mean, I do think I look back at that and think that was 2.5 years of intense craziness, but did it and managed to find great friends and have great memories at the same time. So I think you can do hard things longer than you thought. And I hope that you look at yourself in the mirror and go, yeah, I can do this. I can do something really difficult for quite a while. And then I also think the biggest takeaway for me was that people can't help you if they don't know your situation. And there is never a reason to ever feel badly about the situation you're in. You're in it. So reach out and get some support. And I think what you'll find is that people are incredibly generous and want very much to love and care for you and support you. So that would be my personal story for you.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate it. So you're doing okay?
Doing great. I think that had this happened at different times in my life, it wouldn't be as well managed. My kids are grown. I have one of my kids back because his work as a computer engineer allows him to do it from here, and it's been really fun to have him back in my house right now. My husband can work from home, and we're just kind of taking turns with that. We're really mostly very concerned about people we love, and and certainly the communities that we both serve. So that's really where I wake up in the morning ready to go because I just keep thinking there's a lot of need that we need to be serving, and there's so much to learn. I don't know about you, but every day I'm like, oh, didn't know that was the thing, and I keep having to get myself back over my feet and move forward. So
Is there a place or a number that we could give the kids so that they know
Yeah.
if they need help?
We're trying to have everything centralized in one place for phone calls. And then we're advising students always reach out to their counselors, and they can reach their counselors via email is probably the best way. But if they can pick up a phone and call 354-6888 and just say, hey, my family's in a situation where we need some food supplies. My family's in a situation where we really need some technology support. I think I just need to talk to somebody for a little bit because I'm kind of losing my stuff. Those are those 354-6888 calls, and within 24 hours you'll get a call back, and it'll be from an administrator or a counselor or whoever we think is going to be best able to answer your call.
Is there anything else you want to add or tell them?
Oh, just you guys hang in, hang tough. This is, every day we learn more, and we will at some point come back, and I think it's going to, when we come back, it's going to be different. I think there's going to be procedures and protocols in place that make school feel a little bit different, but it's still going to be amazing. And I'm so proud of the students and the kinds of comments I'm getting from kids about wanting to stay connected and how do I do this. And I'm really impressed by them and miss them.
I really do too. It was great having you on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much for all you do, Joe. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
no problem. Thank you.